So a student recently asked me how you can make something with moving wheels in Tinkercad, and this is how we're going to do that. First thing I'm going to do is import a body for a car that I want to build. There we go. I'm going to import this printable brick from printablebricks.com, and I'm going to use this as the base of my car. Might look familiar. Now I don't need that piece to look like that on the bottom, because what I'm going to do instead is build wheels right into this. So this is 64 tall by 128 wide. Do the same thing here. So we'll say 64 by 128. Then we're going to just squish that down a little bit, and we're going to align everything. And that looks pretty good. That's overlapping. What I want to do now is group them together. And now I should have one solid piece. The next thing I want to do is poke a hole through this, well, two holes through the sides of this in order to have a space for my axles. So the first thing I want to do is make it so the hole will go through. Oops. The entirety of that. And now we got to check the height of this. So this is 13 millimeters tall. So I want to make this obviously less than 13 millimeters tall. Let's make this, we'll do 5 by 5. Now we're going to align everything again. Pop my axle right in the middle. Put it near the end. And obviously I don't want it right on the end, so I've aligned it to the end, and I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in. Alright, now I'm going to duplicate that. Oops. And we're going to align this one. And I'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in. Now those two holes are in exactly the same spot on each side of this printable brick here. The next thing I want to do is duplicate my hole one more time, but this time I want to flip it to a solid, and I want to, let's see, we'll increase this side so it's nice and spinny. And then we need to change the size of it from 5, because this needs to be smaller. We'll make this 3. I just need to find my height here. We'll spin our camera, get a better shot at it. There we go. By 3. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is take this and duplicate it. Put that off to the side. And this we're going to align in the middle. And in the middle. Now I'll have to realign it with that at the end. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got to keep everything in perfect alignment here. Now I'm going to just click on the outer hole, pull that over. And then I'm going to click on this piece, and I'm going to group them together. Now I have an axle going through a hole. And I'm going to repeat the process on this side. Once again, I'm going to align. Then I'm going to align it with the brick itself. Then I've got to center these together. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll do the same thing. I'm going to pull that hole off. I'll select the brick in the hole and group them together. And once again, I have a perfectly placed axle in the center of my brick here. Now I'm going to hit Control A, and I'm going to group this whole thing together. For the next trick, I'm going to raise this up a little bit. And we are going to get a cylinder. Pop that on the side. We're going to bevel that a little bit. We're going to increase the sides. We're going to increase the segments a little bit. And now we have a nice rounded on all ends kind of shape there. We're going to change that to a 4. Now we have a pretty cool wheel. We'll highlight everything. And we're going to go back to our alignment tool. Put that right in the middle. Now I want to ungroup that because I want to align this wheel directly on this axle here. Align. So now that's perfectly centered, but look, we screwed that up. So we're going to have to come back to that. But before we do that, oops, let's really do a nice job on this axle here. We'll align that right on the outside. And you know what? We can probably, if this whole thing is 64, this whole thing can probably be, let's say, 72. I'm going to push that through. Yeah, let's increase this to 75. We're going to Control C, Control V. Now I have 2. We'll pull this one over to the other side. Now I'm going to hold that and select both wheels I've made. I'll group them together. Now my wheels are a pair. Now I want to ungroup that a couple of times to get my holes back. And this is just part of the process when you're working, making holes and working in Tinkercad. You have to often group and ungroup as needed in order to really get a feel for what, well, needs to happen. So next, I want to select that, and my wheels. And I want to align them in the center and in the center. Now I need to really shrink this guy down to be, we'll say 64.5. And then I can center him. And we're going to align these two pieces. Oops. Before I align those, I'll want to group those. Now I can align these two pieces. And we're going to do that same thing where we align it up. Well, now I can't align it on the back because the wheels are connected. So I'll have to change that a little bit. Let's see. So right there, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in. And I'm going to unselect the wheels. The hole's still selected, as you can see there. I'm going to select that. Group those together. Now I have the hole around my wheels. Now I want to duplicate those wheels. Select that, select that. Now they're grouped in place. So if I did everything correctly, those wheels in the back should be completely grouped right around that hole. I want to repeat the process on the other side. I can get rid of my extra axle here. $64.5. Looks like I grouped them together as well, so I'm going to have to ungroup, pull them out, regroup, now we have to align these pieces, centered, actually I might like that more. Except it got rid of my hole there. I do like that more. That was easier than counting and eyeballing. So we're going to ungroup that again. And what I did here, ungroup that again. So I'm aligning these pieces. Now we're going to align with this. Center. Then we're going to put that there. Now the wheels are touching the edge. And what I have to do is find the hole here, align it, or select those two, then align them like that. Then I have to move that out of there. select the hole. Now, because before I aligned it with the end, that's what I have to do again. Now the wheels should be right in that hole. And they are. I'll highlight that, group them together. We're going to repeat the process on the opposite end. Align, end, middle, I'll pull that off. Oh, forgot to align again, so align, end, it's already in the middle. Now I need to select the hole, nope, the hole, and the wheels, align, middle, the hole moved. Now, once Tinkercad catches up with me, I can take those wheels, I can move them out of the way, I can group the hole again. Now, group. Now we're going to align it again. Center, end. We'll have to do this again. For some reason it didn't group, probably when I reloaded the page. Now we have a print in place wheeled vehicle with not too much work.